This is going to be an instructional video on how to mix Semco injection kit. If your Sem kit doesn't already come with the dasher rod inserted, you want to remove the cap, insert the dasher rod into the cartridge, and screw it into the mixing wheel that's inserted into the cartridge. You want to make sure that you don't over tighten the dasher rod in the mixing wheel, just to make sure it's in there snug. The first thing you want to do is you want to pull the dasher rod in the mixing wheel all the way to the top of the cartridge, and then take your ramrod, insert it into the dasher rod, and you're going to put pressure on this piston, which will open the valve at the bottom of the dasher rod, allowing the catalyst to go into the base material. Sometimes it takes quite a bit of force to get that piston to move initially. You may have to actually hit it to get that piston moving. For the best results, move the dasher rod down a little bit so you can spread the catalyst out inside the base material. Once you have it all the way, all the catalyst into the base material, you can remove the dasher rod, remove the base ramrod, and then start mixing with the dasher rod in a clockwise motion. You want to move the mixing wheel up and down the cartridge as you continue to mix in a clockwise motion. In most materials, you may have to mix the base and the catalyst up to 50 to 75 strokes up and down to get a thorough mix. Once you believe that the material is mixed inside the cartridge, push the dasher rod all the way to the bottom of the plunger and grip down by the mixing wheel so you can unscrew the dasher rod. One thing I want to mention is when you're mixing the material, you want to make sure that you keep the end cap on the cartridge and your hand on the end cap, or you can keep it up against the table. This is going to make sure that you don't push the plunger out the back side of the cartridge. Again, once you have it thoroughly mixed, you can insert a dispensing nozzle, and then you can remove your cap and the cartridge is ready to dispense. You can actually use a dasher rod to push it out if you don't have another gun. Cut.